television. Turn it up, everybody listen. And I'm really gearing up for a good season. If you see me turning up, there's a good reason. And I got this, watch me, television. Turn it up, everybody listen.
Welcome back to another episode of Dawn with Sports. And yo, Bongani Zunga episode, dog.
Let's just start with that.
Before we get to episode number 4.
Let's just start with that.
Yo,
Thank you.
Shout outs everybody.
Thank you. The guys in Glasgow. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. But now, episode number 4, I'm going to talk about PSL transfers. There's a certain team that can't buy.
Eish.
This team right here, the ruling is out, and K-Chiefs have accepted the ruling that, you know, they're not going to even appeal to get it overturned. So for the next 2 transfer windows, we're not gonna buy players. So the current one, which is ending really soon, and the January one, we're not gonna buy players.
Nothing.
Before we even get to other clubs we're buying, how do you see us handling this whole transfer debacle?
Firstly, it's sad.
Yeah.
It's the first thing. It's sad for everyone involved.
Yeah.
But mostly for Gavin Hunt, you know, because I felt like he deserved a chance to work with his type of players, you know. I'm not saying the Kaizer Chiefs players that are there already are not his type, but every coach has his different methods, you know, and with different methods come different players. So for him, I think it's very sad because now the whole season will be defined by the failure to sign players. You know, Kaizer Chiefs is the biggest club in South Africa. Whether they like it or not, it's the biggest club in South Africa. So the demands are huge. Now with such demands, you need the type of players that understand you as a coach, and I feel like Gavin Hunt doesn't have that, and it's so unfortunate. So for him, it's sad. For us supporters, it's bad because our rivals are signing like crazy, you know. So it's just bad for everyone who is involved with Kaizer Chiefs. Yeah,
and we saw that, you know, Nange was training with Kaizer Chiefs as well as Hlanti. Hlanti has now gone to Swallows, and Nange has gone to Stellenbosch. You know, how do you see Swallows doing? Because they've signed a lot of players. They signed Matlaba, you know, a lot of players. And how do you see them surviving? I think
they will survive, to be honest. I think they will survive because they have too much quality now. They have internationals in their squad. With Hlanti joining, he's going to bring in that international caliber and experience. I think it's going to lift everyone, because now when you're training with an international, what happens to you as a player, you're like, I also want to get to that level, you understand? So it's going to push the players there, especially the players that were in the Glad Africa Championship last season. They're going to want to be at the same level, especially from training to the games, because he's going to be pushing them with my club as well. He's won leagues with Pirates, you know. You have to get those winners in there to give that squad that lift. So I think they're going to stay up. I see them staying up. And
before we just move on to other teams, they also had like their captain, Cheese Boy, and they have Flvme, who have a lot of experience. How do you see them, you know, gelling with the new players coming in?
Personally, I'm happy for Cheese Boy. He's been my favorite since growing up, you know. When we were growing up, there were like 2 wingers at Pirates. It was him and Junior Kanye, remember? We were like, yo, those 2 are a problem, you know. So I'm happy for Cheese Boy, you know, like to be back at the PSL. He showed that he still has a lot to prove. You know, he still has a lot to give as well. Because people wrote him off. I remember his story. He begged the owners actually at Swallows that, please give me a chance. I can still do this for you. And they obliged to that, and they said, yes, we're going to give you a chance.
And they won the Glad Africa.
You understand? Now he's led them back to the PSL, and I just hope he does well, man, because he's still a quality player, you know. The class never dies in football. It may be slower, but he's still a classy player, and he's a classy player. As for Flvme, he's going to provide that much needed experience, because a lot of these guys are still young in the Swallow squad. So he's going to come up with them and show them, no, I've been here before, I've won this, and you know, I've got the t-shirt, so let's do this and we're going to get it right. So I feel like those 2, with now Hlanti and Matlaba, Swallows have a decent squad now. They are surely going to stay up.
And then moving on to other teams, Cape Town City have gotten Obrim Goma back, well, on loan, but you know, he's gone back home from Sundowns to Cape Town City. How do you see him performing? Because you know, he was at Sundowns and he wasted a few seasons just sitting on the bench. That pure talent.
Firstly, I think he himself is happy. You know, like Cape Town City will view it as his home. You know, because that's where he made his name. That's where I think it was the season when Mntambo played. Yeah, because he was like leading with assist.
It was very close.
Yeah, it was. You know, he was performing that season. So on a personal level, he's super happy. Yeah. I know if I was in his shoes, I'd be happy to be back home.
Yeah.
I know he's gonna get like more playing opportunities, you know, than what he got at Sundowns. I think it was like 3 seasons where he was just on the bench.
Yeah. It was 3 long seasons for him.
You know, to have such a talent on the bench is really sad. But the competition pool at Sundowns is larger than it is at Cape Town City. So I feel like it's a good loan move for him. I hope they can make it permanent because South Africa deserves a player like him. You know, like he's still talented. Let's just forget the 3 seasons and just remember his prime season, and hopefully he can replicate that. You know,
And then someone who left Cape Town City going to Mamelodi Sundowns, Kholimo Erasmus, who recently said he can score 30 goals with the players around him from your Zwanes and your Sereno, who might also leave. We don't know if that's gonna happen, but Kholimo Erasmus going to Sundowns.
I did not see that one coming. I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I did not see that one coming in a million years. I'll be honest, because I felt like he was the main man at City. Yeah. I felt like Sundowns could have got anyone, and they got like 14. You understand? So I felt like they don't necessarily need an Erasmus, because an Erasmus at City is the standout, you know. But at Sundowns, he might become just another player.
Squad player.
You understand? I'm not disputing his talent. He's one of the most talented strikers we have in South Africa. I'm not disputing that. Sundowns also, remember, they got Shaulila as well. So
another player
who
scored goals.
Who was the top goal scorer last season.
Joint top goal scorer.
You understand? So I'm not disputing the fact that Erasmus will score goals. He's already scored against us, unfortunately. But to say 30 goals, I'm not trying to bring him down. It will depend on the game time he gets. You understand? So the more game time he gets, the better, you know. Because Sundowns are involved in many competitions. All the club competitions, the cup competitions, the league, the CAF. So he's gonna have like plus minus 50 odd games in a season, you know, which is more than he had at Cape Town City. So it is possible to score 30 goals if you play all those games. The question is, will you play all those games? You understand?
That's another question. And we've seen Sundowns signing a host of players. 14
plus.
14 plus. You know, we've seen Domingo from Vez. You know, Shaulile, we've already mentioned. Mutobi Mvala. You know, we could go on. Like, we could literally name the whole squad.
I know.
But who do you see being a standout out of all these signings?
Shockingly, I'll go for Peter Shaulile. Shockingly. I'll be honest, he wasn't my favorite, but then I started paying attention to him. You know, I was like, actually, this guy works hard. You know, like every game, it's hard work for him. So I see him being a standout signing for them. You know, he's gonna shock a lot of people. Because, like I said, once I started paying attention to him, I realized, no, this guy is serious. You know, he literally works hard for his goals. All the goals he scored are not fluke goals. He worked hard for them. So now imagine all that hard work supported by the talent that Sundowns has. He's gonna stand out. See Shaulile stand out for me.
And who do you see possibly leaving, whether now or in January? Because the transfer season is about to end. Transfer window is about to end.
Sereno. Yeah. Definitely.
Apart from Sereno, because I think with Sereno, a lot of people now have probably read about Al Ali, you know, wanting him and him agreeing personal terms. Now just the formalities of the price tag between him and Mamelodi Sundowns. Apart from him, who else do you see maybe like shockingly leaving, or someone looking for another game time elsewhere?
It might be one of the kids. You know, your Mkhulisi, your Mahala. One of the kids that Peter was playing so much. I think with the new coaches, 3 of them. I don't necessarily see them put their faith in kids like Peter did. I'm not saying they won't, but I'm saying it's not Peter there anymore. So I don't think the kids are gonna get that much game time. So they might be sent over on a loan move. You understand? So I see one of the kids or 2 of them leaving possibly.
Okay, and then moving on to this last team that
that no one likes.
We don't want to talk about it, but you know, the signings are showing why they are being signed. You know, Dean Horto.
Pirates. You're talking about Pirates, by the way.
Pirates. They want to mention it, but Orlando Pirates, you know, they've signed Dean Horto. They've signed a striker from ASV to now on loan.
They've signed our player Monare.
They signed Monare, who wanted to go to KH's because of the transfer ban. They've signed Zugamanja.
They've signed.
They've signed Ofori now.
They've signed the national.
They signed
Team captain.
Shachayo.
Mm.
With them right now, seeing how they've been gelling together, how do you think it's gonna end up with them?
I want to say badly. I want to say badly, but I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I feel those are quality players, man. Those are internationals. You just mentioned, Ofori, international, Ghanaian international,
Yep.
Hlatshwayo, Bafana captain, international, Zuka Manja, quality players.
Yeah.
Dean Hoto, quality player. Monare, one of my favorite midfielders, quality players. They have quality all around. I think the biggest problem they're going to face is gelling with the squad that is already there.
Yeah.
That for me is the biggest problem they're gonna face.
Yeah.
Like how do we gel with the squad that's already, because we've already seen from the past 4 or 5 games that they've played, Hlatshwayo and Jelly haven't been playing together
At all.
You understand? So
and Jelly is supposed to be the captain.
So it's a bit shaky there. We don't know what's happening,
Yeah.
So you can already see that the coach is trying to integrate them into the team, but at the cost of the current players. So I'm scared that might cause a bit of division. I'm hoping that's not the case, because I remember the game they played. Even Teko Mudisa was like, "Where are the Pirate players?" Like, why are all the new signings starting? Which is not a bad thing, but he's asking because Pirates has a blueprint. They play a certain way. They don't just play football for the sake of playing football. Their fans demand the Pirates way, entertaining football, and the entertainers are your Loch, your Pule. So if Pule and Loch are on the bench, and you bring in the new signings immediately, a lot of people are gonna ask questions like, okay, so you bought these guys to sell the other guys, what's happening? So that's the biggest problem I see them having. But from the results point of view, I think they're gonna do. Unfortunately, they're going to do well because those are quality players. At the end of the day, quality will show, At the end of the day, quality will show, and they've signed quality players.
And that's transfer news. I don't want to talk about Pirates more.
We don't, actually.
Since already them getting Monaro was like, come on.
That was the last straw for us. That was it.
And we saw what Dean Hotter did to Sassman, so I don't want to talk about that. But shout out to you for watching this episode. Tell us who's your favorite transfer.
Comment, like, subscribe.
Share this with your friends' friends, your girlfriend, your side, your grandma, your dad, whoever is into sport. Please share it.
Episode 4.
Episode 4, we out. Away.